If we can, we'll start the presentation ceremony. If there's no objection, I think we're going to start with item B, which is a presentation by Commissioner Katie Sorensen. Forever Commissioner. Red button there.
So quickly. Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. It's such a pleasure to be back in Homestead. I always feel at home in Homestead, and to be here with my former constituents is really a delight. And thank you for this opportunity. I have the distinct pleasure of awarding this certificate to the second member of the council of the City of Homestead, and Patricia Faircloth went through our program this year, the Leaders of Excellence program of the Good Government Initiative, and it was really terrific having her in our class. And the thing about this class, the Leaders of Excellence program, we have typically 18 elected officials. This year it was 16. But the thing is that they add so much to the class. We provide information, materials, instruction, a number of categories and issues, budget and finance, ethics, land use, history of the community. But it's the interaction of the elected officials who are the students of the class that make it so special and so meaningful. And so anything we can do to continue that kind of camaraderie and getting together, we want to do. So having Patricia was a wonderful addition to our class. She came so highly recommended to begin with, and I am so pleased to be able to present this to her. Councilwoman, this is to certify that Councilwoman Patricia Faircloth has completed the Leaders of Excellence program for elected officials in state and local government December 18th, 2013, and we are so delighted to be able to present this. I also have a couple of other things for you. One is every year we have this portrait where we have the elected official put the portrait in the middle, and kind of yearbook style, we have their class members make comments. So if you want to get some interesting insights to her participation in the program, ask her to read the comments. And so you get this for your office as well. And of course, life wouldn't be complete without your official Good Government Initiative coffee mug, which I'm sure you can use. So thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'd just like to thank former Commissioner Katie Sorensen for her vision and forward thinking in designing a course as such to build the political capacity of newly elected officials. And I am proud to join my colleague, Vice Mayor Shelley, in serving as a graduate for the University of Miami's Cultivating Leaders of Excellence Good Government Initiative. And without a doubt, the knowledge that I obtained throughout the course of this class will serve me well in the city of Homestead and enable me to be an even more effective council person. So I thank you for your vision, and I pledge to continue to subscribe to good government.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go back to item A, which is the Golden Knights presentation. Vice Mayor?
Perfect. Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I have the honor tonight to introduce two individuals who are members of the U.S. Army parachute team called the Golden Knights. The City of Homestead and the Homestead Air Reserve Base are lucky to have such a qualified and I guess elite group trained here at the Homestead Air Reserve Base. And so with that, I'd like to turn the microphone over to Lieutenant Colonel Jose Enrique Melendez and Command Sergeant Major Royce Manis to give a presentation about what the Golden Knights do, what type of training they do here at the Homestead Air Reserve Base. So with that, the microphone is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. We know that a picture is worth 1,000 words, so what we'll do is we have a quick video, 3 to 5 minutes, that kind of explain to you what the Golden Knights are. So please, if you can cue the video.
Formed in 1959 at the home of the Yearborn, Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and 2 years later adopted the nickname the Golden Knights. The Golden Knights have performed over 4,500 demonstrations with over 2 million jumps in all 50 states and 45 foreign countries. The demonstration teams performed 2 different shows from an altitude of 12,500 feet. Both shows start with one jumper exiting the aircraft and flying in the national colors. This soldier will then narrate the show for the audience while the rest of the team exits the aircraft. The mass show encompasses all the jumpers exiting the aircraft and maneuvering together to form one large mass formation. At the designated altitude, the jumpers will separate, creating a bomb burst with their smoke trails. This also can include canopy relative work when 2 or more jumpers join their canopies together as they fly to the target.
The full show consists of 4 separate maneuvers, which demonstrate the maneuverability of the human body while falling at speeds in excess of 120 miles per hour.
The baton pass has 2 jumpers exiting the aircraft and flying together to exchange a 14-inch mahogany baton. They fly their bodies in such a manner to create a barber pole in the sky with their smoke trails. The cutaway maneuver shows what would happen if the jumper's parachute were to malfunction. This jumper wears 3 parachutes. After deploying the first parachute, the jumper intentionally causes it to malfunction by releasing one of its risers. After 10 seconds, the jumper releases it completely, returns to free fall, and then deploys the main parachute. The diamond track demonstrates the amount of lateral movement a jumper can obtain in free fall. 2 jumpers exit the aircraft, snapping into a rigid body position, flying their bodies in opposite directions to form the top half of the diamond. They then turn 180 degrees and fly toward one another, completing the bottom half of the diamond and crossing by what appears to be inches of one another. The diamond formation has 4 jumpers exiting the aircraft and maneuvering their bodies together until they are within inches of one another, forming a diamond in the sky. At the designated altitude, the team leader signals them to separate, forming a bomb burst with their smoke trails.
All members of the United States Organization Team, the Golden Knights.
Several members of the Golden Knights are trained as free-fall photographers, wearing helmets specifically designed to accommodate both digital video.
So the intent of that little piece is just to show you guys what the United States Army Parachute Team does. And it's very simple. We basically put the United States Army in touch with its American public. We are your United States Army. And we want everybody to understand what a professional soldier is, what we do to serve this country, and how proud we are of being the United States Army of the United States of America. Therefore, all of this is just to show you a very small glimpse of what the soldier does for the United States. So with that, if anybody flies a lot, they'll recognize some of the ground that they saw there is actually here in Homestead. And that's the reason why we're here today, sir. What we really wanted to do is, we intended to do this last year, and I know I'm about a year late. I got stuck in traffic, but I just made it in. But the intent was to say thank you. Thank you to you, sir. Thank you to the community of Homestead for making this our winter home. We feel very at home at this place. Obviously look forward to coming down every winter. As you can see right now, we're not missing North Carolina one bit, so because of the weather. But if it's not because of your hospitality, of the ability for us to come down here and do our training, we're not able to go out and conduct our mission, and we're not able to show to the American public what the United States Army is, for those that are serving downrange, and for those that have made the ultimate sacrifice. We're very proud of doing that, and Homestead obviously plays a big part in that, and we wanted to say thank you very much. With that, we got a very small token of appreciation. I know that there's, it's a lot more than that we would have to do in order to pay up for what you guys done for us. But this right here is just a thank you. And anybody who, wakes up really early in the morning and they see the little aliens flying around, that's no aliens, that was us. And if you see black and gold canopies, please come by anytime, say hi, and perhaps share time with us. So thank you very much, sir.
I asked one of your colleagues one day, I said, you know, you guys are crazy jumping out of a perfectly good airplane. And he said, you haven't seen our airplane. So I thought that was kind of telling. He said, it's kind of a rattle trap. So, but we are really proud to have and be able to consider ourselves a host city for you on a yearly basis. And please continue to come back. And I know I can speak for the rest of the colleagues up here that we're thrilled for you to be here. We're thrilled to be able to say that you jump in Homestead. So thank you very much. Item C is Councilman Maldonado. You have your Education Committee member recognition.
Good evening, everyone. How quick 4 years goes. In a blink of an eye. I'm looking at my colleagues from the Education Committee, and I remember the first day you submitted applications, the first day we met, our thoughts, our talks, and our issues that we dealt with. It's my honor tonight to recognize and give a little token appreciation to the Education Committee members that served with me the last 4 years. As a liaison, I was given a task to find a way to help our education here in the city of Homestead. We have great schools. We have schools that are growing, and we had to recognize who we are and what we do and how we can impact the Education Committee in the city of Homestead. When I first came on board back in 2009, I remember my call as I spoke to the community, and I said, if Homestead is going to be a great city, then education needs to be the foundation that builds it. We know that everyone, every family, every business, and anyone looking to move to Homestead or comes to Homestead, the first thing they look at is the education system. They got the folks that are moving here, they have kids, and they want to make sure that the kids are getting a quality education. And so with that understanding, we took up the call to see how we could affect our community. What can we do to move our city forward in reference to education? And I could tell you that these last 4 years we've made an impact in this community. There's so many kids, children, students, and schools that we've impacted from my elementary school that I attended from Camel Drive K through 8. Once we got involved in there to where they are today and all the assistance that they're receiving, it's incredible. And so many other schools that were able to benefit from this. So I just want to let my colleagues know, first and foremost, just thank you. You did an excellent job, and I'm glad that you were able to serve with me. You're great leaders, and the schools that you work at or in the communities that you serve, I want them to know who you are and to be proud that you served in this community and you helped out to make a difference in a child's life. There's many children that we touched by helping them out with their education and even giving them just a good meal for some students. And so with that, I have some certificates, so I'll call you up and then have you come over here. I'll read the first one. The first one I'm gonna read one, and then I'll call everyone else's name so we don't continue to read this. This first certificate is for Carlos Salgado. Mrs. Salgado, would you please join me up here? And you could bring your wife, your support system. Me and Mr. Salgado, we've known each other since I think I was 23. And we worked at Ospita. He was an art teacher at the time, and I was an outreach counselor. And what a great man. And I'm glad that he's in this community serving at a capacity within Familia and still helping the families. And so as you walk towards here, it says, Certificate of Recognition awarded to Carlos Salgado in recognition of your 4 years of outstanding service and dedication to the City of Homestead Education Committee Thank you for your exemplary leadership and commitment to the enhancement of education in our community. The City of Homestead salutes you, presented this day, 19th day of February 2014, and it has all of our names here and our seal. Just come around here. Next certificate, Alicia Corrales. Alicia is still with I just drew a blank. Air Base. I was going to say Homestead Air Base. Thank you for everything. Yamberly Cruz, Southdade Middle. You know, I remember her husband and her family from Leisure City. These are folks that grew up here, and it's great to see that they're still in the community making a difference. And Yamberly is over at Southdade Middle. Thank you so much for everything. Certificate of Recognition awarded to Cecilia McGrath. Let me tell you, every time this woman spoke within our meetings, she has experience. She's a great woman and a great asset to this community. And I've seen how she's kind of quickly, from what I meant, I know she's put in a lot of work, but she's quickly risen to the ranks and is one of the administrators over at Homestead Senior High School and here within our regional district as well. So thank you. Now this guy here, I don't know if I should give him this. Dr. Jim Trantham. This is a guy you want sitting at the table that will not hold back to make sure that this city is getting the best education and nothing less. And anything less, you will hear from him, and then some more. But at the end of the day, we know that he has a great heart, and he served his community for many years. And even though he's retired from the Miami-Dade school system as an administrator, he's still making a difference in our community. Jim, I thank you so much for everything you've done with this community. Thank you.
Thank you.
Would you guys, anyone like to share something except Jim? Just kidding. And yes. And is there he is, Willie Wamble. Mr. Wamble is a social studies teacher at my middle school, Camel Drive Middle School. He has a passion for making sure our kids become leaders. You know, we saw him here bringing his students that he works with, brought them over to the city council and actually had them deal with some of the issues that we had in reference to sidewalk, and because of those students and the leadership of Mr. Wamble, those students now have a sidewalk to walk on as they walk to school, back and forth to school. So thank you, Mr. Wamble, for that. Okay. And the last person that we'd like to recognize, but he's not here today, is Michael Meikle. Michael Meikle is a business leader here in the community, and he lives in Waterstone and owns a business here. And he was the business part of the whole committee. You know, something that if we could raise money, or is just another fresh thought that's has nothing to do with education, but it has all the heart to make sure that what we're doing here it makes a great impact. So this is for Michael Meikle. Thank you for your support. So Jim, if you don't mind, you guys, if anyone wants to share something, come on over real quick and say something.
I would like to thank the City of Homestead and Councilor Maldonado for giving the committee and myself the opportunity to spend this time together, putting our heads together, our experiences, to be able to be of a tool to the education in the city. So to me, is something that was very special, and to all of you, all of us, that we share this time together, thank you. Thank you very much.
Carlos.
Thanks very much, Councilman Maldonado. We appreciate your letting us say a couple words. I would like to say something about Elvis. You know, he took this job on with fear and trepidation. He knew he was going to be before a lot of educators, and he said, look, I want to do this because of the city. I was educated here, and I was asked to take this assignment, and he's been a good advisor to us from the council. And this is a standing committee. This is a committee we have every year. It's not an ad hoc committee that just is put together. So we really appreciate Elvis for what he's done the last couple of years. You know, 4 years of that job is a lot. And we thank him for his service, and we welcome Patricia Faircloth, Councilwoman Faircloth, for the next 4 years. We appreciate you also. Thank you so much.
The community should be, and I'm sure you are, very appreciative of the efforts of the Education Committee. Many a times we've come from our full-time jobs immediately at 4:30, having meetings right after work. Many a times not picking up our own children or eating dinner or saying hello to our loved ones, but we knew that there was something that we had to do in order to effect a change in the city of Homestead. We volunteered our services to the people in the community of Homestead so that we can act upon an education endeavor in which it would affect the lives of our future and our children's future. So it's with great pride that I attend these meetings and discuss issues of concern as it relates to education in this committee, as well as this community. So I'm humble, but I know that my work is yet to be completed. I'm going to continue to work on the education and for the betterment of education within this community and within this county, within this state, within our nation, so that we can maximize our potential to be all that we want our children to become. I thank you very much, Commissioner Maldonado. I thank you, the board. I thank you, the citizens of Homestead. Thank you.
We're going to have to take just a few minutes here. We're waiting on one of the... You want to go? You can't talk.
Okay. Can you hear me? Mayor Lerner's not here yet, right? Mayor Lerner, she's not here. Okay. At this time, I'd like to ask Councilman John Burgess to come forward. You should have seen me this weekend. I was much worse. I'm just going to speak from my heart here. I've had the opportunity to serve on council with Mr. Burgess for how long? 6 years? 6 years. And it's been an very extreme pleasure for me to do so. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Billy, can you hear me? John has been very active in the Florida League of Cities, and we're very proud of him because he takes the time, as well as Elvis and Vice Mayor, I should say Councilman Maldonado, to go to the meetings, which are very far away many times. And he's just dedicated himself to the Florida League. And this year, we're extremely proud of him because he is the vice president, soon to be the president next year. Yeah, 1 year away. When Mayor Lerner gets here, I will also present her with a plaque because Cindy Lerner, the mayor of Pinecrest, is the new president. So with that being said, I'm not going to read this plaque because I got to save myself a little bit of voice. But it's a beautiful plaque, and I'd like to present this to John Burgess.
Councilman Waldman, thank you very much. The Miami-Dade County League of Cities, which I'm proud to be a member and on the board of, along with Councilman Maldonado, does good things. For those of you that aren't familiar, what we do is there's an elected official from each city that's appointed by its sitting body to represent them on the league board. And then out of that, the league leadership or the board leadership picks people to represent the executive board. And I guess it was 5 years ago I was picked to represent the Miami-Dade County League of Cities, and I have progressed my way up to where I'm the vice president this year, and next year I'll become the president. And I know that R.S. Shiver from down this way has been was the president in the past from Florida City, but I'm not sure that we can't find any records of anybody from Homestead ever being on the executive committee or being president or even on the executive committee. So I'm very honored to be Homestead's first one to take this responsibility on, and I look forward to helping us as we move our legislative package forward, not just through the city, but also through the league, and that's what we do. And I'm very proud and very honored that Councilwoman Waldman has taken the time out of her schedule to tell me job well done. So that means a lot. Thank you. Yeah, hopefully you're not contagious.
we're going to kind of just postpone this meeting or take a recess from this meeting for just a few minutes to wait for Mayor Lerner. And because we've advertised the meeting for 6 o'clock, we really need to wait, according to the clerk, for the 6 o'clock meeting, correct? So we'll just wait around for a few minutes and wait for Mayor Lerner, and then we'll, if she shows up, if not, we'll go straight into our 6 o'clock meeting. Welcome, Mayor. Mayor Lerner's here, so we'll continue on with our presentations. Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry. My friend, Mayor Cindy Lerner from Pinecrest, has arrived, and I'm so limited. I was going to give a big speech, but I can't. But I just want to say she's been my friend for so many years, and I refer to her as Mayor in public, but she's my girlfriend when we're not in public. So she is the new president of the Florida League of Cities, and it's such an honor for her to do this in such a short period of time. So I love you, Cindy. I've already honored Councilman Burgess, but he's going to take part of the picture. And I just want to give you something that I hope you will treasure, and I can't really read it, but you know I love you very much, and congratulations. And you're going to represent us so beautifully.
Yes, I would. I apologize for being a little late getting down here, but I'm very excited by the opportunity to, within a week of being installed as the president of the Miami-Dade League of Cities, to have the opportunity to come down to Homestead. And Homestead and I go back a ways. There was a time when I represented part of Homestead as state representative in the year 2000 when I was elected. So I did spend quite a bit of time down here during that term and made many good friends. And am really excited by the possibilities that present themselves with the Miami-Dade League of Cities to further engage every single one of our cities. And we are thrilled to have on the executive board who will follow as the next president of the League of Cities, your own John Burgess. So one of the things that I've asked the League to do is to come up at the executive board to develop a 5-year plan so that all of us who are working on the executive board and working with all of our cities can make sure that we can be even more ambitious in our goals if we set out longer-term goals. And we already have many things in common with Deep South Dade, that we are collaborating. The mayors from, I guess, the 5 southernmost cities in the county have had dialogue and want to continue the focus. So be assured that the goals, the ambitions, the dreams of the cities furthest south in the county will be very much taken into account and into consideration. And I hope that over the course of my term and then my successor's terms, that we have much success, not only at the municipal level, at the county level, but at the state level as well. So thank you very much for this opportunity.
Mayor, thank you very much. And I know we couldn't be in any better hands than yours at the leadership at the league. So thank you for your service. And we're blessed to have the Vice Mayor, excuse me, John, I'm changing here, but we're blessed to have John stepping up to the plate too. So thank you both for jobs well done. Thank you. Ms. Waldman, you have nothing on your kindness awards?
No, but I did want to say, and maybe I didn't make it clear up there, but it's so important to have this representation in the south end of the county. This is a first. It's the first time it's ever happened, and I'm so proud to sit beside of Mr. Burgess and to know Cindy is my friend. I supported her when she was in the state, when she was at the House, and she's a fantastic motivator, and I think we're going to see things happen in Homestead particularly that we've never had happen before, so congratulations.
Absolutely.
Is that hot in here, or is it me? No.
Okay, well, it's about 5:45, so we'll adjourn this portion of the meeting and we'll re-adjourn at 6 o'clock. Thank you.